This season for the Charlotte Hornets, a new era has officially arrived with Lamelo Ball. After being inserted into the starting lineup, Lamelo Ball has been killing it. With a new era ahead of this young Hornets team, Lamelo Ball has the potential to be one of the best players in the entire NBA. And in this video today, I'm going to be discussing the Lamelo Ball era has officially arrived. The Charlotte Hornets, I made a video not too long ago on the truth about the Hornets. In that video as well, I discussed Kemba Walker and that era with him coming in as point guard and really just seeing him blossom into a good player over the last few years. But one of the main differences between Kemba Walker and Lamelo Ball is that, it took Kemba Walker really a long time to develop his game and to really become and establish himself as the best player on the team. Because if you remember, on those Bobcats teams and those early years when they finally transitioned back to the Charlotte Hornets, Al Jefferson was really considered the best player on that Hornets team. He even made it to third-team All-NBA one season. Overall, the Kemba Walker era was very disappointing. The Hornets, they had high expectations, but they failed to live up to any of them because really they never surrounded Kemba with the right talent. And to be honest, Kemba Walker was never truly going to be a superstar level player. And because of that, they did not live up to what they could have been. If they had really surrounded Kemba with more support and help and a guy who could possibly even been better than him, which didn't happen, they could have been a lot better of a team. But they got an even better talent now on this team, and that guy goes by the name of Lamelo Ball. The Hornets, even despite drafting Lamelo Ball, has actually made some really good decisions in the NBA draft. Drafting guys like PJ Washington. Miles Bridges is still really improving his game as well. He's pretty good. Drafting Devontae Graham. And of course, Malik Monk, who really doesn't even get that much playing time, but is still a really good player in the moments especially that you need him to contribute. And let's not forget now with the additions of Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier. This team is definitely well suited and really built around their young talent, but of course Gordon Hayward still, who is right now the best player on this team. But when I look at this Hornets team, obviously the guy who stands out the most on this team is Lamelo Ball, because Lamelo Ball this season has already made history. Lamelo is the only player in the last 60 seasons to lead all rookies in total points, rebounds, assists, steals at the All-Star break. That's very impressive, and what's even more impressive about this is that he wasn't inserted into the starting lineup until February 1st. Think about that. And since Lamelo has been in the starting lineup, he's averaging 20 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He's shooting 46% from the field, 43% from 3, and 86% from the free throw line. In the words of Michael Jordan himself, he said that Lamelo Ball has already exceeded the expectations. If you look at his stats overall this season, he's averaging 16 points per game, 45% shooting from the field. He's getting 6 rebounds and 6.3 assists. He's already being a lot more impressive than his older brother, Lonzo. Lonzo is going to be a late bloomer. It seems like Lonzo, he's having a very good season this year, but he's a late bloomer. That's normal. That happens to some NBA players. It happened to D'Angelo Russell. It happened to many guys who were even drafted by the Lakers. They got better over time. Julius Randle. If you look at Lamelo Ball and you actually see him play, you can just tell at the beginning of the year he was a bit more timid in his play. But now he's playing with full confidence, attacking the rim. He's handling the ball more. He's just more involved. And if I'm a Hornets fan right now, I am hyped because Lamelo Ball is definitely lived up to the expectations. Really, looking at him, the lucky part for him is that he didn't really have a lot of expectations placed on him. Yeah, he was one of the top picks in the NBA draft, so people expect him to be really good, but nobody, I think, expect him to be this good. And as we all know, he's leading the rookies right now for winning Rookie of the Year. His draft class, it's pretty strong, but when you look at Lamelo Ball, he's undoubtedly right now the best player. And not to mention the Hornets right now, they have the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. Wow, the Eastern Conference, it's just been so fluctuated this year. It makes no sense with who's in the standings right now. All I have to say, man, if the Warriors, they ended up drafting Lamelo Ball, this whole scenario right now would have been extremely different. But let's thank the basketball gods that they didn't get Lamelo Ball and that he landed in the Hornets' hands. A lot of things stand out for Lamelo compared to Lonzo. One thing is that he's a lot more efficient from the field. If you remember, Lonzo was shooting in the low 30s when he first got drafted into the league. Not really that efficient of a guy. He's finally now starting to really become more of an efficient player from the field. Lamelo has already proven that he is, especially from the free throw line. I believe Lonzo shot in like the 50s percentile range from the free throw line, which is absolutely terrible. And then Lamelo, as I said before, he's shooting around 86% this season from the free throw line. We also can't forget on the defensive end of the basketball court, he may not be as good of a one-on-one defender as Lonzo was, but when it comes to deflecting passes and getting steals, things like that, Lamelo is really good with that. And of course, him and Lonzo both have an amazing playmaking ability. And they both are definitely capable of averaging near triple-double. There's one guy who we can really rely on to actually average over 20 points per game. It's undoubtedly Lamelo Ball. He's already shown this year he's averaging 16 points per game, and this is just the beginning for him in his journey into the NBA. Obviously, though, my really only concern for this Hornets team is just them trying to keep a lot of their guys intact on this roster. You know, the Hornets, they've been making some pretty good decisions over the last 2 years. After the departure of Kemba Walker, you know, they, as I said already, who they have on their roster. Even when Kemba was there, most of those guys were still on the team. But, you know, as I said before, his time with the Hornets, Kemba Walker really wasn't that good because the Hornets, they could never really consistently make the playoffs. So hopefully now with LaMelo Ball, you know, they're able to, you know, at least try to acquire some guys on the team before who wouldn't mind playing there. But, you know, just like many other cities in the NBA, Charlotte is another small market franchise. So similar to really good small market teams like the Milwaukee Bucks, they're going to have to trade for guys on this team, especially if LaMelo continues to excel. But luckily enough for them, as I said before, they have a lot of young talent on this team too, and they're one of the youngest teams in the entire NBA. Overall, you know, just in this one season already, I believe that LaMelo Ball has the potential to be an all-star level player and possibly a guy who one day can be a top 10 scorer in the NBA and top 10 definitely in assists and possibly rebounds as well too. He's going to have, you know, big numbers, and you know, we see a lot of guys these days, especially guards, getting triple doubles like it's nothing. And LaMelo Ball, with his height and how he can use it to his advantage as well too, there's no doubt in my mind that he can be one of the best players in the NBA. Oh, there's one good thing I can say about this video as well too, and that was, dang man, that guy LeVar was right. But I hope you guys enjoyed this brief video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every week. Have a good day. Peace.